Alrighty, y'all. Today I'm going to be trying out shawarma for the very first time. Is it shawarma or shawarma? I've been trying to pronounce it shawarma this whole time, but I think it might be more like shawarma, or maybe the original pronunciation is actually neither of those. But anyway, I'm going to do the best I can. I didn't even really, I've never had shawarma. I didn't even really know what it was. But it's everywhere around here in Toronto. I see it everywhere, walking the streets. So y'all in the comments recommended a couple places. One of them, probably the most recommended place, is a place called Shelby's. And it got 3 of their legendary shawarmas here. Like the packaging right off the bat. I got 1 chicken, 1 beef lamb, and 1 mix, which is chicken and beef lamb. And I got them all with spicy garlic and hot sauce. And I love stuff like this. I think these are gonna be right up my alley, and it smells good, and I'm hungry, and I can't wait to get into it. So yeah, so chicken, beef lamb mix. Let me start with, oh, actually I'm gonna undo all of these and just see how this mechanism works here. So just tear the top, and there you go. You have a built-in shawarma handle right there. I like that a lot. Let me do the same for the other 2. Now, one thing I will say right off the bat is that there were 2 sizes. There were regular size, and then this is the legendary size, all 3 of these. I thought the size would be a little bit more legendary. I can't even lie to you. These are pretty substantial. I should probably be able to at least eat at least 2 of them, but I wasn't really sure how big they would be. But I do have to save some for my wife. But who knows, if it's good enough, I might have to just eat them all. They also came with 3 of these non-alcoholic wet napkins, which is a really good touch. But the price is a little bit pricey, I would say. The price came out to 55 US doll hairs for this amount of food. But you know what, y'all? I'm still excited to try these. But look at the wrap. I believe the outside is, yeah, I'm gonna mess this up. I think it's Saj bread. Is it Saj bread? Yeah. It's Saj bread or Tava bread, and it is an unleavened flatbread in Middle Eastern and South Asian cuisines. Now, shawarma is a Middle Eastern dish that originated in the Levantine region during the Ottoman Empire. And, you know, there's not really a good way to show these too well, but this is gonna have to do. Now, here's the whole thing. I thought this might be like open at the top and like spilling out, but this looks like a pretty clean eat. I can't even lie about that. So let's go ahead and start with the chicken, and we're gonna investigate everything inside. I really cannot wait to try this. Go on in. Fire. Mighty fine. First bite, mighty fine. Sometimes you get those wraps, whether it's a burrito or, you know, snack wrap or whatever it is, and you take that first bite and there's 0 filling. I got a blast of fillings and flavors and textures. I'm getting hit with that some kind of spice from that spicy garlic. And yeah, wow. Wow. There's a little view of the inside. Is that chicken? I don't know. Maybe they got it mixed up. Well, I guess we'll just have to figure it out as we eat it. But as you can see well, maybe you can't see yet, but there are a lot of things in there that is just making the combos of textures and flavors out of this world. Let me take a few more bites. Amazing. So flavorsome. What kind of stuff is in here? Well, let me tell you. Obviously, you got the meat, but you also have a bunch of vegetables. You got onions, you got lettuce, you got tomatoes, and you also have pickles. I love that little sour notch that they throw in there. There's also hummus, tahini, and French fries. This is basically everything you need in a wrap. And you know what? This is such a clean eat. You don't even really need this, but I'm gonna use it for this first one at least. But all I can say is I don't know if there's gonna be any leftovers. Yeah. Well, we'll figure out something else for her to eat. Let me try the second one. Yeah. Wow. Burritos, gyros, kebab, shawarma, top tier foods. Oh, oopsie. Okay. I think I did get the order right, and I'm gonna say you can definitely tell the texture and flavor difference with the meats on this one. You know, that big rotisserie pit, they just carve it off, they shave it off. I can taste some of that more crispy texture from that meat, or the beef and the lamb. There were no options for just beef or just lamb, but you know, it is what it is. So I can't. They're both different. I can't pick a favorite so far. They are both just oh so mighty fine. Let me tell you what, man. Wow. Shawarma. Let's take a look at this box, actually. No fills with Shelby's, but I think it's a small chain. Home of the longest shawarma in the world. 152 feet long? What the damn. Yeah. Yalla yalla, man. I'm gonna have to test one of these wet wipes. Oh wow. Oh wow. It definitely seems like the mix on this one. The best of both, or the best of all three worlds, the chicken, the beef, and the lamb. Now, the thing about Shelby's though, like I said, I got a lot of comments on it. And it's like you should try Shelby's. Or there's another recommendation, or a few more, but Shelby's was the number one. And I was like, oh, interesting. Let me check it out. Let's see what Reddit has to say. And everyone was just bashing it. I think all these people on their high horses. Oh, they fell off. Oh, any chain is bogus. You know, you got to go to the good local spots. Shelby's is garb. I'm like, Okay, maybe. And now I'm like, nah. Well, maybe there is something better, but this is freaking mighty fine. All the haters. I don't think it's a Shelby's problem. I think it's a you problem. But I don't know. Maybe there are different leagues to this schniz. This is the first time I've ever had it, so to be fair, I don't really have anything to compare it with directly. But it's just it's hitting mighty fine to me, and I've had, you know, my fair share of stuff like this, more like the gyros, kebabs, stuff like that. And this is just right up there. It's different. I can't describe exactly how different it is because it's been a while since I've had other stuff like that. But for one, I will say the wrap of it. This is different. You can't do. I've never been able to do this with a gyro or anything else like that. That's for damn sure. Had a bit of a wild night last night. Encountered some things that I never thought I would have to encounter. I'm not going to go into the deets. Sorry for saying that. I hate when people do it. But let's just say that this is, and it's a very rainy day out there. It's very dark and gloomy. But this is brightening my day right now. And it's exactly what I need. I feel like food like this is just a good like drunk food, hangover food. There's a lot of good stuff like that. I said that about poutine as well. And so maybe there's just a lot of good drunk food / hangover food here in Canada. Dang. Wow. I think the texture in the chicken is probably the easiest bite that you can get. And for someone who doesn't like to chew at all, I'm not saying this is chewy, I'm saying, you know, you're gonna get that crispiness, those crispy cuts. And so not quite as just melty, you know, tender, juicy as the chicken with the shavings, of course, but I could definitely see myself if I lived in a place that had fire shawarma, oh man, I'd be switching it up on the reg. I'd be getting a chicken, I'd be getting a mix. And low-key, the French fries in here, I don't know if that's a fusion thing. I don't know if it's OG, tradition, but I like it a lot. Now here's one thing that I didn't quite figure out. I did a quick Google search, couldn't find a result after 2 seconds, so I'm like, you know what, let me ask y'all, why is shawarma so popular in Canada? Because like I said, like growing up in the States, never heard of it. Never heard of it until expanded my mind a little bit and started looking into things. So I saw KBD Productions TV. You know, I saw you commenting out there. So shout out again to KBD Productions TV. I remember always seeing him eat shawarmas occasionally. Why is it such a thing in Canada? Let me know. If you like layers of flavor, you're gonna love these. I guarantee it. Established 2015? Oh, okay. So they're not really that. They haven't been around that long. I will say, my favorites out of these three are the mix and the chicken. And my eyes might have been a little bit bigger than my stomach. These, don't be deceived by these. I think 2 would be the perfect amount for me. I'm pretty satisfied right now, and I got probably like a total of 1 left. One thing I would have liked to see and again, I don't know if this would be heresy or not, but I would like to see more of a different spice option. I'm talking spice levels. This spice level is pleasant. It's mild, detectable. It's probably sitting at like a 2.1 on the spice scale. I would have liked to see different options for, and I did see another place, another shawarma place that you guys were talking about in the comments that did have spice levels, but this place doesn't. What are you doing, Shelby's? Because here's what I tell you. Give me one of these on a day like today. I sweat it out. Sweat out all the bad energy, you know what I mean? All the bad chi. And then I mean, that would just make me a new person right there. But I'm not working up too much of a sweat right now, but it's all right. Oh man. Yeah, I am, will be very full after this. So I think I will save this for my wife. Trust me, she needs it more than me, if you know what I mean. First impression, you know, the first thing that popped into my head was 10 out of 10, but I don't really give 10 out of 10s. Just because it's not perfect. I mean, there's that one thing that I said, it could be a little bit more spicy, or an option to make it more spicy. I could easily kill this, but I'm not going to. But it's still pretty freaking high, so I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. First impression of shawarma, really good stuff. If you're ever in Canada, I think it's just something you gotta eat over here, you know? But if you're not in Canada and you can find it, still eat it. And yeah, here is that gloomy ass day that I'm talking about outside. Dang. What the hell, man? It's 4:30 p.m. But I forgot my watch. Anyway. That's about it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.